All right. So second time, a whole new setup. Welcome to Upturned Table, and this is what I wanted to do over the holidays is take a look at these stories and adventures from the Trudvang Legends CMON board game. Hopefully this will get us ready a little bit for the release of Dragonbane Trudvang coming next year to crowdfunding probably. But this setting was originally developed by Riot Minds. It had its own game system, which was a little rough. It was kind of point buy for character creation, and there's a lot of points, a lot of points that you had like during your turn to spend and things. Not the greatest thing, but a lot of great lore and a lot of great world building. So CMON licensed this, and now Free League has, I believe, licensed it from CMON because I think CMON may be going out of business. They may have purchased it, the rights outright to develop it because they're adapting Dragonbane to it. But yeah, so this is the rule book. So let me know about sound and things. If there's any trouble, I've got this set up the best I can. This room is a little bit more reflective than other places that I stream from, so hopefully it sounds okay. But here is the rule booklet, and it's pretty straightforward. There's no dice in the game. It's storytelling with a board with sites, and then there'll be things to overcome. There'll be tests, and then also combat. And the combat and tests are done with these runes. And these are actually the upgraded. I can put these on. So look up at the little upper left hand. These are the plastic deluxe runes that were included in the campaign. Most of them are printed terribly off center, and they're really tiny. I would have gone a little bit bigger than this. They're supposed to be drawn from these drawstring bags, but with all the counters I'm going to be putting on the board, I'm just going to be dragging them everywhere with the strings hanging off those bags. So I decided to just not look and draw them out of cups and kind of color coded them. To the heroes. So there are solo rules, but they're kind of meant to be played if you want to continue the adventure and you've already started a campaign. So you add a hireling to your party because it says existing characters. So I don't think it's quite exactly what we want to do. It is a cooperative board game, so I decided I'll just play 3 characters cooperatively in the game and see how that goes. The problem with 3 is it's going to raise the difficulty of enemies by kind of 1 rank, which shouldn't be a problem, but it's going to be some extra kind of bookkeeping and things. So we have the world map, and these are our starting locations, our starting cities in these areas. We'll actually be starting here, according to the first adventure. And everything will be, so I'll be doing some rules checking probably in this first adventure, this first session. Everything will be read from this Book of Sagas, which I guess it opens well enough, and it's bound well enough. So there are designated passages to read. So there'll be a lot of reading. So there'll be a lot of audio to this. Hopefully that will make it more interesting to listen to. Any tests that I need to do, I'll be doing with the characters with their tokens. There is, in addition to the world board, there's the adventure board, which contains the story cards that get sleeved, as well as the phases, which get sleeved. So currently, with the starting, the only phases we're going to be doing are 3. Travel, in which we will, if I'm in any heroes in regions without enemies related to a point of interest may travel to an adjacent region. So that's how you kind of progress around the board. You'll lose 1 heart for each enemy present if you travel with enemies there. So you can move to assist other people. You're just going to take some damage. And a ship is used to cross seas. So anything with a blue border, I'm going to need to have a ship available. The next phase is engage. So the heroes fight enemies or activate personalities in the region. So I'll be drawing a lot of cards from this huge story deck, and this is just the first basic base game story deck, and I have the other expansions for this, so we can do this all all December if need be. And so you engage. If the region is free of enemies, then I draw and resolve an event card, which may be an enemy or just maybe a test. And then if I'm not aboard a ship, if I'm aboard a ship, I don't have to do that. And heroes can only resolve events in their current region. And then finally is explore. So the heroes, sorry about the glare. So the heroes in regions free of enemies can interact with points of interest, and this will unlock more points of interest or maybe generate texts and tests and also get you reading more of the book. And if that's not true, if there's no point of interest to interact with, then skip this phase, but that won't move the story forward very much. So I'll keep this over here. Hopefully that will work. You're not going to be able to see it completely because of how I've done this. So the miniatures included were just kind of an ugly gray plastic. Oh, the enemies are drying over across the room. I'm going to have to excuse myself before we get started. So I just did a quick primer of kind of a bone white and then an ink wash, kind of similar to how the Free League miniatures looked in their Mutant Year Zero miniatures game. I thought that was a really nice look. And then I can always go back later and do some ink washes and things to add a little bit more color. But this made them look a little more lively and interesting, especially in front of the camera, than just the flat gray plastic. So excuse me for a second, and I will get the enemies. All right, then. So the enemies that we'll just use for this first adventure are right here are pretty nondescript. They're in this kind of brown plastic. Did we lose a light? Yeah, it feels like we lost a light. Did something go out? Oh, brother. Well, we're still live, right? Yeah, we still got a camera. We're still live. The TV just decided to shut down here that I was using for a monitor. So they're in kind of a light reddish plastic. So I just did the same kind of wash on them. Yes, to let me fix that monitor. So these are just the few units that we'll need for the first adventure. Give me another moment. All right, that was strange. Yeah, so the television I'm using for a monitor just decided to go out. Yeah, so these are a little wet looking from the wash. They didn't come out as nicely. I used a little flow improver that may have given us a little bit more of a shiny look. This probably just made them look dingy as opposed to picking out details. So I may try another better technique with some of these. But here's the enemies that we'll be dealing with. And oh, here I can just pull one out. So for a comparison, here's the original plastic that they were in, and then here's the wash. So it didn't do a heck of a lot. It just made them look kind of dirty. So I may need to spruce them up with some other paints, but they'll be fine for tonight. All right. Yeah, so I think I explained enough. You'll kind of see how the game works once we get started with the story. We're just going to be playing the first adventure. Oh, I guess I can show you so I'll be using these cups instead of the bags. And then there are dashboards. So here's a character dashboard. And there's not enough room, so they're going to be off camera. And there's barely enough room on this huge dining room table for this game. All right. So the dashboard has a couple of interesting things. It has a miss track, and then it has a kind of positive and negative effects that you accumulate through story or through things that happen during combat. You have two trackers. One is chronicle points, which are a currency that you spend to power abilities and to make things activate certain things in the neighborhoods and things. And this is your health tracker here. So they're a little loose. I'm probably going to be chasing these around and forgetting what I've done as far as where things sit. The other thing that we'll be using is feat cards. So we're going to be drawing runes. Anything that we can't use to power feats are going to go into these tracks and kind of inform them how bad the turn is going. So initially, for every combat, we'll draw 4 of our feat cards and 3 runes at a time. And we can just keep drawing 3 runes at a time and filling things out until we have an ability to attack or something happens. Then we also, from killing enemies, gain experience points. Every 3 experience points, we get to upgrade something from our feat deck. So these are the upgraded cards, and this is the feat deck. So hopefully I won't be knocking these all over the place. And it'll be easy to track stuff. I wish there were the dashboards were a little bit, they were the dual layered, so they had kind of a recess or something. They really could use another layer of stuff to hold your tokens in place. I really have a feeling, because they took about 5 years to fulfill this game. It was funded in 2019, and they went back to the drawing board, they said in updates, for kind of rules and things, but I think it was also because by that time we were already well into logistics problems, cargo, shipping issues, and all kinds of increase in costs for materials and things. So I have a feeling the board and some of the components took a beating, because they're okay, but they're not the usual kind of nice quality in some of the other games that CMON has done. The sleeves are not great. I have a feeling they're going to break, but at least there's recesses on the board to seat things in, even if the sleeves break. But the board itself would not lay flat, so I actually had to bend it back on itself a little bit, and I split the art on the front here. So it doesn't look terrible, but it shouldn't have done that. This should have been a much thicker, more durable graphic on the front, the layer that they printed on. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And all the tokens are cardboard except for the upgraded runes. And the locations, they have 3D kind of flags that stand up, but you couldn't see those from the camera. So I didn't bother with those. All right, so what should we do here first? I guess we can introduce the characters. So I decided to go with these 3 characters. And it just wanted to do 3. It seemed like a nice round number, not as difficult to manage as 4, and it gave me a pretty good array of strength, agility, and intelligence for intelligence tests. So let's go down the line, and I can grab the cards as well. So they all have cards which give you some information about what's contained in their bag of runes, and that means also what what the bag is filled with when they're flipped over. So they're exhausted. They have an exhausted condition. So here's the miniature, and then here's the card for this character. So the first one I went with was Katli. So Katli, from the Kickstarter page, it said, Katli fled Viram as a young woman when the tenant of Nid became aware of her skills and powers, and which made her a natural weaver of vintner, an outlaw. So she's a magic user, and weavers are the magic users. The weave is the ability, the magic from the world that you draw on. So she will be. She will be our magic user, and we'll have some feats that are kind of spell related. I'm not sure if she can heal, but she's kind of using nature magic, kind of druidic. All right, and all of her coloring should be reddish. And the second one we have is Vulgar. So Vulgar is a dwarf in the wonderful Paul Bonner style of dwarves. So, as a young dwarf, Vulgar escaped a troll raid in the Great Iron Tooth. Alas, his people did not, and he bears an enduring grudge against Trollkin. So hopefully they didn't change too much 5 years later from their Kickstarter page, because I am reading very dated information, possibly. And then finally our rogue character, which will have kind of she'll be orange. So Bria. So Bria is our rogue, and her quick little backstory from the site. Bria shares a skill set with commonplace burglars and cut purses. But her talents make them look like flailing amateurs, and she reveals remarkably little about her true aims. So a deceptive rogue, but nice and dual wieldy. But so each of the characters have kind of a specialty. There's a ranger class as well, and a kind of a dark magic user, and what else? Ranger, dark magic, and just kind of a bard. I'm sorry, a bard character, and then more of just a fighter. The Dimwalker, is also looks like she's a fighter, but she's has kind of the dark powers. But I figured, hey, let's try that again. I figured that this would be an okay balanced party. I haven't played any of the adventures, so I have no idea how things will go. I'll try to when I pull runes, I'll try to display them here and see how that works. We may have to move things around as we get this working. So those are our three characters. And like I said, each of them has either a special ability or their runes are skewed towards strength or intelligence or agility. And we will be reading from this big old book. I can't get this book, so I won't be showing off the passages. I'll just be reading them. But we'll start with the very first adventure, which is where everything for the game starts, called Child of the Light. So Child of the Light is the first adventure, and for starting cities and points of interest in these regions, we have the city of Manjord, the city of Ildebert, the city of Stormhaven up here, and the city of Vod. But our characters will be starting at Edgeland. So here's where we're going to start. Oh yeah, they'll show up pretty well with the coloring. I think helps a little bit. They didn't look so great in gray. So the other thing that I haven't showed you yet is this is decent quality. This little pop-up window is like an advent calendar, little pop-up window. So this is how you get the descriptions of your points of interest. So our characters start here. We have these points of interest, these cities basically unlocked that we can interact with. And A is the point of interest that starts available at the very beginning. And A is Kirjonti's Tower, the Tower of the Elf Kirjonti, your old mentor. You received a message from him requesting your urgent presence. So as these things get unlocked, I'll pull the little doors off and we'll read what they are. So here's the tower of our elven patron. All right, and here's a little of the introduction. So let's get started. So this is Trudvang Legends. Introduction. Travelers, welcome to Trudvang, a vast land of heroic sagas and epic adventures. Like many sagas, this one begins in the golden light of autumn, as you sit about the fire, drinking honeyed mead and sharing tales with your fellow travelers. Your respite is interrupted by a harried courier, happy to have found you so quickly. The courier presents a letter from your mentor, the ancient elf Kurjanti, who trained you and so many others in your youth. He urges you to hasten to his tower in Idgeland. You've not heard from him in a good while, but Kurjanti is ancient and wise, and he would not seek you over trifling matters. In the pre-dawn light, you take to the road itself, beset with the usual perils, yet your hearts are uneasy for a different reason altogether. All right, so those are our unlocked locations, and in a couple of these regions, we need to place some baddies here. So let me see, we have two forest trolls in Danvelt. So these, I believe, are our trolls, even though they look like goblins, goblin archers. Oh, we'll do the colored ones so they show up a little bit better. So there are two in this region. And let's see, two Drogar, which are kind of the undead. So two Drogars are in the Troll Ridge Mountains in Wildland. Wildland is up here, so we can't get to Stormhaven without dealing with that. And that is it. So 2 and 2. Oh, and sorry, there's 2 in the Wildlands as well. That's right, there's 4 altogether. So in the Wildlands and also in the Troll Ridge Mountains, which are here. Oh, no. Okay. So, yeah, these are the undead characters. Oh, yeah, and I have the... so the stats are available on story cards. So here's our Drogar. They have 4 life, 2 attack, and no defense. But they do have an ability that they... exhaust or take to or +2 attack, and that, depending on the enemy cards, we'll be kind of using an AI for the enemy card. And here's our forest trolls. So they're 3 health, 2 attack, and their special ability is discard one of your bonuses if that's triggered. All right. So there's our starting place. So we're going to interact with the tower, and that is, yes, CMON 001. All right, so our next passage. Kurjanti welcomes you warmly. I am relieved to see you again, my friends. My days are troubled and my nights restless. The Snow Saga is in jeopardy. From his pocket, he pulls a mystic stone, beautiful and white, almost thrumming with power. I have guarded it for centuries. In my waking hours, I keep it on my person. At night, it returns to the vault. You know well this task laid upon your mentor's shoulders, and you're unsure of the true extent of the artifact's power. You know Oktar, Jarl of Stormhaven. Troubles stalk his lands, and he has asked me for aid. I will send you to the Wildland if you're willing, but the hour is late and your rooms await. Shall we make counsel tomorrow? So your slumber that night is populated by a nightmare. A mighty warrior, taller than most men, passes your window, climbing the tower. He is armed with 2 massive cleavers that have never known honest work. You awake at midday. You've slept far longer than normal and feel weary, as after a day chopping wood. Very unnatural. You seek Kirjanti, but no one answers. In his private quarters, in the uppermost chamber, you find your old mentor dead in his bed, the sheets soaked with his blood. A cry of anguish escapes you unbidden. Bloody tracks are apparent on the floor. From the bed to the window, someone must have climbed the tower. Was your dream truly prophetic? The Snow Saga. You race down the tower to the vault, only to find bloody footsteps on the marble floor. The vault door shattered, and the Snow Saga missing. Poor Kirjanti did not deserve this fate, and had always stressed how vital it was that this mysterious artifact of the distant past never fall into the wrong hands. Now it has happened. So any hero in the party may perform an intelligence test 3, to investigate the crime scene. So intelligence, I think we're going to leave to Catley, because she's got 4. Intelligence is, I believe, the water rune. So let's see, we draw 7. For tests, we draw 7 runes, and for combat, we draw 3 at a time. So here, let's move our monsters out of the way until we need them. And without looking, I'm just going to draw 7. Oh, there's 1. Oh, there's 2. And 1 more. There we go. All right. So we have 2 dark, 2 fire, and 3 water. 3 water are the intelligence runes that we needed. All right, so this isn't combat, so nothing gets filled. We try the test, and if we're successful, then we read the appropriate entry, and these all go back into her bag, her cylindrical plastic bag. All right. So having succeeded in our investigation, so if at least one hero succeeds, read C23. All right. The murder weapon is apparent. A shard of black crystal, unnaturally cold, deeply buried in Kirjanti's heart. You feel a strange sensation touching it. Be cautious. Nothing short of powerful magic could have killed the child of light so easily. So a hero in the party gains the black crystal shard. Wow. Okay. So let's see. That is C16. All right. So here is the weapon. So the equipment decks, after you use something, you cycle through them. So whoever gets this, so right now we just have our starting equipment for each character. So whoever gets this, I'm going to put it on the top, and hopefully they can use it. But then it will cycle, it will go beneath their basic tools until I can, because I don't think it will replace. It doesn't say that it replaces. They just gain the item card. So that will go in the item deck. And then, oh, I'm glad I had him out. One more forest troll goes to the Wildlands, because that's probably our murderer. So you can follow the bloody footsteps to seek your mentor's assassin. Oh, so he goes in Wildland. Yeah. Or go to Wildland and find Jarl Oktar, as Kirjanti wanted. So we will reveal point of interest B and C. All right. Well, moving right along. So here is B, which is the assassin's tracks. And those go in the Troll Ridge Mountains. Okay. So let's see if I can find the letters here. So Troll Ridge Mountains, which are full of Drogar. I don't know if we know that. So we can either pursue the tracks to B or the palace. The palace of Jarls in Jarl of Stormhaven. So Jarl Oktar, the most powerful man in Wildland, warned Kirjanti of the dangers in his lands and requested your visit. He is still unaware of the murder of your old mentor. So that will give us point of interest C. All right, so we have 2 points of interest unlocked, and we can't interact with anything until all enemies are dead. So is that, where did let me double check where he was supposed to go here. So forest troll in the wildland, okay. And the crystal shard, someone gets that. Maybe, what will this do? It's an instant. I get to discard all my drawn black. So an item anyone can use, but most of the rules state, here's the card. Most of the rules state when you give something to someone, that's it. You're not swapping gear. Once something is slotted, it stays slotted for the rest of the adventure. So who am I most worried about? Maybe we should go with the lowest. So yeah, Cutley has the lowest HP, so let's give that to her. And it was her intelligence that discovered it anyhow, so she probably would have pulled it from his chest. All right, so this is what the board looks like right now, so we can begin our phases. So the first phase is travel. So because there is nothing, so each hero within a region without enemies related to a point of interest may travel to an adjacent region. So if there are enemies that you're moving from, you have to take damage for however many that there are. The one thing I did forget, though, is each of these enemies needs to be a little bit leveled up because there's 3 of us. So basically, because they didn't want to probably fill the box with a huge amount of miniatures, make it a more manageable board game. These represent an additional miniature. So before I can do any damage to remove any of these from the board, I have to remove that first. And it says any group or any individual placed. So we're going to assume that this troll also gets one as well. So every group of enemies that's placed or any individuals show up kind of ranked up. So they take a little bit more damage to remove them from the board. So what are we doing here? Are we going to split the party, or are we going to move them all together? Let's see here. And this will be our first combat too, so I'll probably have to pull the book out to make sure. So, and pretty much you can do things in any order. You just agree among yourselves. So, who goes first and who does things in what order. So let's follow B first. So let's track down the killer, and then we'll make our way to the Jarl after that. So for our movement, let's take everybody and move them to the Troll Ridge Mountains, following the bloody footprints. And in the mountains are the 2 Drugar. So we have to deal with these fellows. And so in combat, the enemies get to hit first unless you have a fast attack, unless one of your feats is a fast attack. So let's start with, I guess we'll start with the troll. He's the most durable. So we'll do combat for each of the characters, and unless I can activate a feat, let me shuffle these a little bit again. Unless I can activate a feat that's a fast attack, I'm going to have to endure their attack before doing anything. All right, so let's try this. Our first combat. So Volgar is going to draw 3. But 1, 2. Oh no! Oh, bad start. Bad start. Very bad start. 3. Oh yeah. Okay, he's going to draw 3 runes. And 4, and we'll put these on the board so you can see them, because you're supposed to put them under the dashboard, but I don't think that's going to go well. And 4 feats. So these are the basic feats. Oh boy. Let's see. So nothing is a fast. So I'm going to have to take a beating regardless. Okay, so the first thing that happens is these 2 dark runes fill the first part of the track. So if I stop now, I would get the benefit of 1 chronicle point during this action. And he is pretty full of health, so that might be okay. But let's see. So this green, I believe is strength, is going to go... Let's see. These guys are 4 health. So do I want to go and put this into shield wall or into parry? Well, it's more likely we're going to get green. Yeah, because I believe... Oh, he's got 4... Oh, red and green. Okay, so it's more likely actually we're going to get red because there's still 4 red in there. So let's do shield wall. So a block, my block will be +2. So we'll put that there. All right. And then we'll do the next 3 runes. Hopefully these are usable. Oh, no. Okay. So already the positive mist track is filled. So we're going to go to neutral, and then we're going to go to negative. But we have these 2 that we can place. So let's stay positive. And we're going to put... Let's see, we'll put 1 into here, so shield wall will be active, and then 1 into crush, but I don't think that's going to do anything, unless I go again. There's a lot of red in there, so it may be worth it, and he's full health, so one more set of 3. Hopefully I can put these in somewhere. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go. So a red, so I can put this, oh wait, or I could just do, oh, these are both crush. Oh, I can do 2 crushes. Yeah. Because I've got a red for this one. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So none of those. So I get the benefit of my positive effect after this is all over, which will be, I believe that's the timing for it. So I'll get the benefit, or yeah, I guess once I've stopped drawing runes, then we see on the mist track that I'm still in the blue, which is the positive. My positive built in is +1 chronicle point. So I'll go up 1 chronicle point, and then we've got 4 crushes that I can activate, but neither of them say fast attack. So I'm going to have to take a beating before that happens. Okay. So here is our AI deck for the enemies, and I hope I don't have any wrong cards in here, because I think there may have been like solo only cards or things. So if I find those, we'll try to pull those out. But I'm going to have to take a beating from both of these guys, I believe. Unless, let me double check, because I have to pick a target. So let's take a quick look at the combat rules. So the resolution. So all heroes involved trigger their effects on their mistracks. Oh, okay. So I guess we will, all the heroes involved in the combat will do the draw first. So combat. Oh yeah, the planning phase. Okay. So we do planning and then resolution. So Players draw their feat cards and allocate runes. Oh, so everybody's going to do that. Oof. Okay, so it's going to take a little while here. Okay, so this is what we have going, and I think we're going to activate both of these for our dwarf. So he's going to have two crushes and and a shield wall. That's right. So he's got 3 abilities that will go off, giving him some protection, and parry will just sit there. All right. So now let's do Catley. So this goes back here. Let's do Catley. So it's a little bit awkward, and we'll get a little bit faster here. Just shuffle these, and I get 4. So here's her abilities. A mud wall, a winter focus. None of these are quick. Maybe only my rogue is quick. Okay, and we begin with her drawing 3. Oh, not as bad as our dwarf. So this will go into the mist track, and then I have these 2. So give myself +2 defense, or I can power part of an attack. Ooh, that's 4. And also, the rule is once you've placed these, because you do it 3 at a time, once you've placed these, they stay there until the end of the combat. So if I never draw another, the needed green or the needed red, then yeah, too bad. Let's see. Well, that's just a protector. Let's go all in with mud wall. And then one in there. Okay. And the next 3. Okay, so one more on the mist track with the dark. But we have a red and a wind. Oh boy. Okay. So the only place the red can go is there. And the only place the wind can go is here. Uh-oh. So we have to do this one more time. Let's see. So 3 more. There we are. Oh boy. Okay, so again, our mist track is full, but it's still in the positive. It's not in the neutral yet, and we have a wind and a water. So we can do... Let's do this utterance blast, winter blast for some of that look like utter to me. And the wind. Oh no, the wind can't go anywhere, can it? No. So this is another miss, meaning she's going to go into the neutral for her on her miss track. So that means nothing's going to activate in her built-in buffs. All right, so we have 2. For Cataly, so our weaver has a defensive and an attack. And something probably useless and something completely unfed. All right, so that is her done. And now Bria. So let's get her feet out first. The feet cards. All right. So Bria's 4 starting feats. Okay. So a jump, which is a defense, evasion, jump, or great strike. Whoa. If I can get those 2 red out, I can do 5 damage. Wow. Okay. So the first 3. A dark. But I have a wind and a fire. Well, I'm definitely putting the fire there. Oh, wind. It does nothing. Oh, boy. So that goes into my mist track as well. All right. The next 3. Yeah. I've got no wind. Oh, no. And I'm already in the mist track. Okay, but I've got the other fire. So I'm not going to do any defense. I'm just going to stop there for her. No defense. Oh, these actually will probably just go in the discard. And there we go. Okay, so both the rogue and the caster are in the neutral. Our dwarf is still in positive, so he gets the 1 chronicle point. All right, so that was our preparation for battle, and let's see if we have to actually name targets. So combat the planning. We get everything ready. We fill everything up. Anything you don't match goes in there once all 3 runes are allocated. Okay, you keep doing that. And then we do resolution. So during this step, all elements that affected combat are accounted for and resolved, including effects of personalities. Okay, so other things will get unlocked that will show up on this board. But right now there's no personalities. There's just a point of interest, and there's 2 zombie skeletons, 2 undead in that region. Okay, so all heroes involved in the conflict may resolve the effects of their skills and fast attacks in any order they choose. And then, yeah, just slide them back to let them know. Okay, so we have to do 4 points of damage before we remove any models. So let's do... Okay, so let's use the crush. Let's use the crush from Vulgar. So the crush will remove this. That will be the 4 points needed with no... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this in the right order, though, because there's no fast actions, right? Right? Nothing is fast. May resolve... Okay, involved in the combat may resolve effects and of their skills and fast attack feats. They have to have the fast keyword. Sorry, nothing has the fast keyword. Nothing. Yeah, not even this great strike. Okay, so yeah, nothing has the fast keyword. So I just choose which ones I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to take a beating first. All right. So resolve the attacks of all enemies in the region by revealing enemy attack cards. And I'm not sure. I know this makes them more durable. I think before I can do damage, I have to get through this, but I don't think this draws an attack card. Let me double check. That's okay, here we go. So it's placed in the region. Let's see. During combat, it's considered an extra enemy unit of the same type that they're attached to and behave exactly like one, participating in combat. Oh no, so I do draw 3 cards. Okay. So I don't do any damage first. These are who we're fighting. And oof, they're going to get 3 attack cards. They will trigger if this kind of spiral, this Uzumaki-looking rune is drawn. So yeah, I'm going to have to take 3 attacks. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. All right. So the base attack is 2 for these guys. So resolve the attacks of all enemies by revealing their cards. Oh, but this one does trigger the ability, which means exhaust or take +2. Oh boy. Okay. We'll see how that goes. If there is more than one enemy in the region, the players choose the order in which each enemy attacks. And it doesn't say how you resolve the target. Bosses attack according to the number of heroes in the game, and their attacks are resolved in sequence. So choose one hero to defend an enemy attack. Okay. All right, so let's try that. So I have some defense. Oh, so yeah, well, so one block will gain. So not every block. Okay, so let's block this attack with the dwarf first. So the shield wall will the shield wall will give me +2 on this block. But if I spend a Chronicle point, which I have one, he's the only one that has one, I'll spend the Chronicle point, I will gain a positive benefit. I don't know when that's triggered though. So a plus, oh, I guess that would be triggered now. This camera setup is not ideal, is it? I guess that would be triggered now. Should we put the camera in this region? Should we put the camera in the combat here? There we go. It's a little dark. All right. There's the exciting combat. So I guess, yeah, I power all this first, so all of this would have happened. So yeah, he would have this as well. So I have a +1 built-in, +1 defense. And there's 3 slots open for these benefits or banes or boons kind of thing. And you put them to the left and they move to the right. And the if you get more than 3, then the first one you put on falls off. They just kind of get pushed down the line. So he will have a built-in 1. So this block will actually be 3. And so let's see. So the attack is going to be a 2 -1, but +2. Because I'm not going to exhaust my character, but it is triggering this +2. So it's 2 -1 is 1, but +2 because I'm not exhausting, which is 3. But I have that between shield wall and my bonus. I can block all of that damage. So that is resolved. Yeah, we'll say, oh yeah, that's right. We have to return damage yet. The next one is a miss. So the miss triggers that you reshuffle. So there's a discard for the enemy attack card. So that means we will trigger that. And then the next one is a +1. So that will be a 3 attack incoming. And we'll have the wall. Catley's wall. We'll block that. So 3 incoming, and she's got +2. So she is going to take damage. So it's 2 defense, but 3 incoming attacks. So she'll go from 9 to 8 in her health, unfortunately. But that resolves all of their attacks, and I'll reshuffle these. So that's all 3. No fast attacks. Maybe that on the first level, none of them are fast. And now it's time, in whichever order we want to do this, to resolve the our abilities here. So Shield Wall was activated already, but I will do Volgar's Crush. So he will do 4 damage, removing this from the table. And then this will just go in here. And then another 4 damage, which will take out another one, because they have their stats are there's no defense. They have 4 life, no defense. So the second shield wall, or second crush will take down a model itself. All right, and that will be it for him. Shield wall is done. Okay, and then we have Great Strike. So let's have Bria hit with her Great Strike. And that's going to be 5 damage, only needed 4, and that removes the final Drogar. Okay, so that is combat. Let me put all this stuff away. And I guess, yeah, the blast wasn't needed. I fired up. Oh, but if activated, wait, does that count? If I fill it up, does that mean it's activated? Because if I do, it gives me a skill. Let me see. Oh, I should have attacked with her, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't. Shoot. Let me see if that counts as activated or... No, I think it needs to be used. Oh, no, activated skills. No, they are active. So when they are activated... You slide them forward. All attacks from the enemies. I believe that counts as activated, because activated just means full. Activated by having the runes. So she will get that chronicle point. Okay, good. Not totally wasted. All right. Yes, if you activated a skill. All right, and she did activate anyhow her defense, because it just says a skill. Or wait, are there skills and attacks? Block. Oh, wait, no, there are skills and attacks. No, wait. Activated a skill. She did not. She doesn't get that. She doesn't activate a skill. She only activated that attack and that block. All right. So I think we did that right. Let me know in the comments. Let me bring up the chat. Let me know in the chat if you're like, what are you doing? I think that's right. We'll get better. Okay. Okay, so that resolved combat, but now we need to find out how we benefit from that, how we if we get XP. So there was okay, so only our caster lost. Once combat is over, return the runes to your bag. And nobody was down to 0. So once a region is freed of enemies, each hero involved in the combat gains a experience. Which are what? That's life. These are experience. Okay, so everyone's got 1 XP. Need 3 to level up a skill. All right, and we only lost 1 hit point. All right, so let's go back to our little resolution area here. Trolls are everywhere. All right. So let's take a look at, so yeah, that was so we traveled, then we engaged with the, there were enemies there, so we don't have to do an event. Now we can explore. So heroes in the region free of enemies can explore a point of interest. We are at point of interest B, which is the assassin's tracks. So the tracks of Kirjanti's assassin seem to point west in the direction of the Troll Ridge Mountains. So to interact, read entry 26. All right, so back to our book of sagas. Okay. So the tracks of the mysterious assassin and thief disappear into the rocky ground near a desolate village at the base of the mountains. You enter the only tavern, a smoky, unsavory place. The locals stare at you with suspicion and mutter to each other over their mugs. Discard point of interest B. So we finished that. Oh, and I think we probably... Did we need to discard A as well? Because I don't think we can go back to A. Oh yeah, discard A. So we're not going back to the tower as well. All right. You need information, but only 2 patrons seem open enough to speak with you. The first is a muscular woodcutter, well on his way to being very drunk, while the second is a dwarf, probably a stranger like you, sitting alone at a table. Who will you ask? All right, who are we talking to? The woodcutter or the lone dwarf? We have to choose. So let's see here. I don't have any charisma characters, but I do have a dwarf. And maybe dwarves like dwarves. Let's go with the dwarf because, let's see. Yeah, let's just go with the dwarf. Dwarven bias. So that's entry 8. So speaking with the dwarf, and go ahead and speak up in chat when it comes to a decision. Go ahead and speak up in chat if you have a strong feeling either way. All right, so speaking to the dwarf is entry 8. A tankard is always a good introduction when meeting a dwarf. He invites you to sit at his table. He introduces himself as Durlog, a wandering prospector. When you ask him for info about the assassin you are hunting, he scratches his beard before answering. I saw a massive fellow, an ogre pretty sure, entering the pass, but he never reached the end. There's an old dwarven mine now dried up. Lets you cross the mountains from below. Much faster than climbing up the pass, if you don't mind dangers. Seeing your reaction, he adds, I hate ogres, you know. If you want, I'll lead you through the mine. Not the safest place for surfacers. Now that you have a track, you can accept the dwarf's offer to go through the mines, or you can speak to the woodcutter if you haven't yet. All right, are we going with this dwarf through the mines after an ogre? I think we're being led far afield here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, because the only way... Interesting, yeah. So we're probably going to be going up into the Ice Peak Mountains because we can either go only back to... See, these are water borders here, here, and here. So we can only go up to these mountains or back to Edgeland. So I think we're going to need the help. Oh, boy. Should we speak to the woodcutter? Or take the dwarf up in his offer? Let's follow the dwarf. How far off could it be? Yeah, we'll skip the woodcutter and just go with the dwarf. 17. You follow Durlog in the deep mine. Even its interior is shrouded in mist. Almost there, the dwarf assures you. Yet the words die in his throat as 3 ragged warriors clad in shredded piecemeal armor emerge from the darkness. Silent as death, Drogar, ghosts of fallen warriors. One of them, better dressed than the others, seems to be the leader. They advance toward you, weapons risen. If there is a warrior in your party, they may perform a strength challenge strength test to challenge the leader. Yes, we have Drogar is our warrior. So yeah, we do have a warrior. Make sure all the runes are back in there. Yes, so we do have a warrior. So let's try that. All right. So we need 3. 3, I believe it's fire, right? Fire runes. Yes. So we get 7. And of those 7, 3, okay, there's 1. Let's do 2 more. Oh, there's, and then 2 more with this one, and I can't look. No. Oh, no. All right, we failed. We needed 1 more. 1 more red. That's 7, yep. All right, yep, we failed with only 2. Let me put these back in before I forget. Yeah, this reminds me a little bit of that. What's that Cthulhu game where you're matching the symbols? The Eldritch sign. All right, so we failed our challenge. Fail, continue to read. Oh no. Yeah, maybe we would have gotten around something here. Yeah, continue to read. If you fail, continue to read. Okay. So otherwise, yes. Otherwise, place 3, 3 Drugar in the region. So where are we? We're in the same. I guess we're in the same. We're still in the Troll Ridge Mountains. So 3. Oh no. 3 more, and then plus a level up here. Whew. Okay. And then reveal point of interest H as well. H is inside the mine. Okay. But we can't do anything about that until we deal with the trouble. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. It just says 3 Drugar, so there's no elite and there's no leader. So we're back to combat, right? Yep, so we're back to engage. Oh no, whose is this? Oh no. Wait a minute. Oh, it looks like it's his, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he doesn't have his water. Okay. Okay. So it looks like we're back to engaging in combat. So yeah, like we can just do we have 4? Yep. So let's just get everybody going here. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, we've got some good ones. So let's start. Oh, these have to go back into. That's what I didn't do. Oh yeah, so actually that contest, he should have easily done that because he didn't have any of those black. He only had 1 black dark rune in there, and he still was able to draw that. Oof. Okay, everybody's got their stuff back. Okay, so now we can do a real draw. So here come the 3. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. So her mistrack is full. Actually, but she doesn't have a chronicle point, does she? No. Oh, and she needs 2. Okay. Well, we got to keep going because that was nothing. The next 3. All right. So we have 2 wind, which can give us ghost voices. And we have a fire, which will be dark tendrils. So deal 1 twice. Nothing is fast. Yeah, I don't believe we have any. Okay, so, or do I want to go with Winter Blast 4? Yeah, I'll go with that. That's pretty great. And a skill. Oh, there we go. A skill which will give me 2 chronicle points, which will then let me remove. Yes, okay, let's do that. I think I have this. Is this in the right order? Because if I gain 2 chronicle points, then I'll be able to activate my crystal, which will, let's see here. If we do the planning, so you activate items and companions. Oh, choose to activate items. Oh, I would have to have that and then draw 4. Okay, so that has to go first. So I'll do this, but I won't be able to use it this turn because it happens at the very beginning of everything. Okay, so we're gonna have to do. Want to do 1 more set of 3 here. 2, 3. Okay, so that's good. So we can do the Winter Blast and oh no. Shoot. Nothing else, I don't think. We'll put this here for the ghost voices and this here for the tendrils, but I don't want to go any further because she's going to start getting hurt. Okay, so we'll just do for her just True Sight. True Sight and her blast. Hopefully that will help fighting in the mine. All right. Now Vulgar. Oh, so first his there's only 4 cards, so defense. Oh geez. Or sacrifice. Lose 3 to deal 2 for each. Oh, for each you lose. Oh, that's pretty huge. But I don't know about healing. Let's see how this goes here. So the first 3 hopefully are not all black again. No, none. Good. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know why he's got so much wind. He doesn't use wind. So we can do Shield Bash. Total armor blocked by your 1 feet card. Oh, so I have to have a block first. Okay. Or sacrifice. Okay, so this is going to have to go into his mist track. And then, do I want a defense? Oh, if all was blocked. Oh, that might be good. So let's do 1 here with defense 1 and okay, by 1 feet card. Sure. Let's try that. Okay. Next round, he's still looking pretty good. Here's 3. Too dark. Spoke too soon. Okay, so the mist track. The good one is full. And I have a fire to go into probably his defense. All right, one more. Hopefully, going just to neutral. Okay, yes. So he's in neutral, so no. Oh, that sucks because it would have been a defense. Nothing positive. Oh, no. And a wind, which is nothing. So that goes into his negative. So actually, he's going to take 2 damage from that. So we'll go to 11 to 9 just to start with. Jeez. And he's only got defense. Nothing, no other damage dealing. Oh, no. Not good. Not good. Okay. And then finally, our rogue, who's going to need a lot. Oh, good. Great Strike is back on the menu. He's going to need a lot of damage to survive this. But nothing is fast. Oh, this is fast. Shadow Step is fast. So let's try to power that. Oh, there we go. So let's power that before we do anything. So 2, and then if exhausted, deal +2. Oh, no, I'm not exhausted. And I'm not sure about the timing when you can choose to become exhausted. Let's try this. 3 more. Oh, no. Too dark. So 2 on the mist track. And a water, which is nothing. So mist track is now full. The positive part. All right, and 3 more. So she's neutral as well. But 2 fire will do Great Strike. All right, so we've got Shadow Step, which is good. That'll clear somebody off. Or no, half. It'll do half damage first. So this will actually happen first, and then Great Strike will be later. All right, so that's it. And nobody... Oh, she'll get her +1. So she'll get +1 Chronicle. Katrali gets +1 Chronicle because she was still in the blue. And then she'll get 2 more from that skill. But we have to deal with 4 attack cards from the enemies. And they reshuffled. I'll shuffle again a little bit here. Deal with 4 because we summoned 3 + 1. So we have to do with 3 cards here. 2, 3. Oh, 4. Ouch. Okay, that's going to hurt somebody. Okay, so somebody's going to have to exhaust, aren't they? Oh, I see. If I exhaust, then the last runes that I drew return them to the bag. Yeah, so I guess that if you draw really bad, that last one, it's probably best to exhaust. Okay. Oh, well, I can't remember. No, I don't want to do that with her. Definitely not. Maybe with him, though. I don't remember the return the last runes to the bag. And her exhaust is, oh wait, yeah, her exhaust, yeah. Oh, I don't know what the, so I have to remember the last 3 runes? That's a little difficult. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I'll just have to keep that in mind, because that's crazy. All right, so this first attack, okay, the dwarf will take. So Volgar will take this first attack, which will be, oh no, that's not going to help. It's not going to be. It's going to be 3 damage because it's +2. Oh, actually, no. That the last 3 would be. I don't. Oh shoot. Oh wait, I don't have this. It's not red red. It's green red. Shoot, I don't have this anyhow. It doesn't matter. Oh, but I guess I could have had shield bash. Oh, sorry, I did that totally wrong. I don't have this. I have this. So let's. Yeah, sorry. I have shield bash instead of defense. So, but I don't have any feet that will block anyhow. So it's not going to block. It's not going to matter. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so I've just got 3 incoming. So -1, 3 incoming from this guy. So I'm going to go from. He hasn't taken any. Oh no, he took 2. So I'm going to go from 9 to 6. Ow, from that. And then +0. I guess we'll have. Sorry. Her fast happened before these attacks, so we'll just put 2 damage on the extra guy there. It doesn't kill anybody because they have 4 health. So she'll take the incoming. Yeah, she's got no defense. She'll take the incoming damage, and it's only going to be 2 and no trigger. So she'll go down from 10 to 8. Yeah, these are sliding around a little bit. Ouch. This +3. So I'm going to have to reshuffle. So that means 5 damage is coming in from. Oh, there's no defense. There's no defense. So who can take 5 damage? 8. Maybe our wizard. They're both at 8. So she'll take the damage. Ouch. She'll take the incoming 5 damage. Oh, wait. So 8. That's 5, yeah, to 3. Ouch. Okay. And then a -2, but with a trigger. Oh, so it's -2 +2. That's weird. So 2 incoming damage. She will take, taking her down to 6. Okay, maybe the mines was not the best idea because I don't think we're going to wipe them out in this first barrage. Okay, so fast happened already. Yeah, I'm not going to exhaust her. Okay, I'll have to pay attention to the last 3 that I draw. So that goes in discard. All right. So yeah, so she's going to gain the +1, then +2. Oh, and then if I spend. Oh no, I don't want to lose any health. Okay, I'm not going to trigger that. So yeah, so she gained the +2 Chronicles. This doesn't go off. This doesn't go off. So her blast is 4. And I didn't activate a skill, so I don't get the Chronicle point. But I'll just remove one of these guys. Because that's the 4, right? So that's her 4. And the Shield Bash does nothing because I have to block something for that to happen. I'm going to have to exhaust these guys, I think. And finally, the 5. So I'll take another off with the 5 damage. They only take 4 and they have no defense. And the extra damage doesn't go anywhere. If you do over the amount that it takes, I don't believe they it doesn't benefit anyone. All right. Let's see. Yeah, if any time is equal to or higher than they're defeated, remove them. No longer participates. Come immediately is over if there are no other regions. Remain in the region and can only be fought during the engage phase. Oh, so we don't go another round. They just stay there, right? We don't have to keep. Yeah, that's right. So you just get 1 round. There's all the effects. So we've got, yeah, travel, which we can't do, and then we're back to engaged. Yeah, so it's not gonna really matter. I mean, it will technically be the next turn because we can't do anything with these guys here. But yeah, the damage doesn't spill over. Yikes. All right, so let's shuffle everybody's feet. So I think the only way you heal is in the towns with Chronicle points. Yeah, and I think the town that's guarded, we should have gone straight for the Jarl. Yeah, you get runes spending Chronicle points, but you don't get... So nobody's been defeated. All of these will go back in, and everyone's pretty low on health. We can't take much more. I'm going to have to get really lucky with these next feat cards. We've got 1.5 left, and then we can go inside the mine. I hope there's something good inside this mine. Following a dwarf to my death. Well, there's a lot of other heroes. I think there's like 18 heroes or something. So if we lose a few along the way, we can patch it up. All right, yeah, down to 6. Our rogue is down to 3, and our caster is down to 6. But she's got a lot of Chronicle points, though. All right. And then these need reshuffled as well because I got the +3 out of there. Yikes. All right. Okay, so here's enemy attacks. All right, so there are 2 enemies. So if I flee, any of the heroes flee, they're going to have to take 2 damage. So they're not going to flee. We're going to stand, fight. We're not going to travel. There are enemies, so we're going to deal with the enemies. We're not going to do an event, right? Yeah, fight enemies, activate personalities. Hopefully we're going to get this stupid dwarf as a personality that we can trigger. Or if he's just going to lead us to our deaths. All right. So, yeah, I guess we're dealing with this 1.5 undead. So let's go down the line again. That's only 2 enemy attacks that we have to survive. So we might be okay. So here's our caster. And she's got a bunch of, so all of her stuff is in there. Oh yeah, once it's over. Oh wait, no wait, is it? Sorry, during the resolution I might, I don't want to short myself on XP because I'm going to desperately need that here. Okay, so the hero's defending. Okay, yeah, nobody was defeated. All heroes involved in the combat may resolve the effects of the... Okay. Enemies that are not defeated remain in the region and can only be fought during the next engage. Once a region is free. Okay, so it has to be free. So once we finish this, then we can level up. Okay, but let's first power our feats here. 2, 3. Okay, so 1 dark. And a green and a blue. Hopefully I don't screw this up again. Okay, that blast is good. And the ghost voices, I'll just put that there so I don't have to eat it. Gain 2. Oh, if I want to see if I activated a skill. Okay, we'll do this again. She'll be the Chronicle Points queen here. All right, 3 more. Okay, so 1. It's our second dark. And we can do Ghost Voice. Oh, she should do True Sight. And so that will activate the skill. So then this means 4. And if we activate the skill, we'll get another Chronicle point. Okay. And then 1 more. 1 more draw. And I can exhaust. If these are bad, I can exhaust. But she's not going to be doing any damage then. Okay, so we're still positive. And we've got a blue, a red, and a... Okay, yeah, so I can just power one of these. Okay, so I will be doing a skill, and then I will be doing the blast, and if I activated a skill, which I did, I'm going to get a Chronicle point. All right, so that is her. So that's not bad. Neither of these is fast, though, so they're going to have to survive. All right, and here is our dwarf. Our troll-hating dwarf. Okay. Oh, and she stayed blue, so she will get a Chronicle point. So, yeah, it'll go up to 4 anyhow. Wow, she might be loaded here. Okay, so this is the preparation, and here's 3. Ah, man, too dark. Already not looking good. Oh, and that's right. And if I have Chronicle points, I can power my basic tools as well. And then a green can go... Where should it go? It needs to be an attack. Ugh. Parry. Sounds good. Their attacks are 2, so yeah, that might be good. All right. Okay, so he's full on his basic track, but I have a gray wind and a wind. So parry is activated. I'll have 1 defense, and it can deal 2 damage to the attacker. All right, let's do 1 more. Yeah, I need another red. Because I'll just push into neutral if these are all bad. Oh, no, not bad at all. Okay, so let's do crush. And let's do defense. Make sure I get this right this time. Okay, that's good. So we won't do sacrifice. So yeah, I'll have a lot of defense and I'll generate a Chronicle point. Okay, so he stayed in the blue as well. So he will get +1 defense. Is there a token for that? Not really. So I'll have +1 defense built in. I get 1 Chronicle point. And yeah, looking good. All right, and then our very weakened rogue. Not as much storytelling as the combat seems to be the thing that's going to take up all of these streams here. All right. So we have no fast. She's only got the one fast. Put our cups back here and make sure we've got all of her runes. Okay. Yeah, this is supposed to be the orange. It's not quite red. My colors are not great. Okay. So the first three are, oh, geez, 2 dark and a green. So jump or attack. I think she's going to need some defense. We'll put that on jump. 3 more. Oh, good. No. Okay, so let's do jump. So she's got 2 defense, and then... Oh, I don't... Okay, so this will just benefit me if I have another attack. So I'll have to do this, and... Oh, and this lets me refresh if I canceled out. Actually, yeah, that's a skill. So I'm going to have to I'll put it here and do 1 more. I've still got space. Okay, last 3. Okay, so we're here full, but still positive track. And I can do my great. Oh, good. And my energy. Okay. Wait, then. Okay, let's see if we can do this here. And this stuff happens after, right? Skills. I guess you do your skills. Do the skills activate during this time? How many times must I read? So the planning. Okay. Yeah, you can trigger things with instant. Okay, yeah, you don't resolve your skills until before you fight. So that would still work. So I'm going to pretend to draw 3. Oh, I will draw 3 out of here. But 3 out of here. But I will exhaust her. I will, exhaust her to discard these 3 to return these last 3 here. So she's exhausted on the exhausted side. It's not, they should have it marked differently, a little bit stronger. So Bria was, I returned the last 3 runes drawn, and it's going to turn her over to this side. So yeah, it's still the same. So until she's refreshed, the only way that I can, or if I get to this red, if that's triggered, then I have to discard one of my positive things. But I will be able to refresh with a chronicle point because she does get a chronicle point from this, and I think we're all full. Yep. So that's it. So she's full. She's only going to jump once. She did pretty well though, because her energy is going to bring her back. Okay, so I think we've got this, and I think it's going to go well here. I'll have to double check what the refresh does. So no fast attacks. So we get 2 enemy cards. So the 2 enemies do 0 and -1. Beautiful, guys. Keep up the good. Oh, but yeah, if I'm exhausted, it only triggers if I'm exhausted, right? Because here's the if exhausted. Oh no, exhaust. Oh, wait, what? The timing of this doesn't quite make sense. So exhaust or take +2, But she exhausted before, right? So, because... Okay, so no, we won't. I won't have that. You know, so these 3 are still out. Oh wait, but then she won't get the chronicle point. Okay, let me double check when the timing for exhaust happens. Because that's, yeah, and then what refresh does. Because that's very. So exhaust. Flip the card over to its exhausted side. Here it is already exhausted. Nothing happens. If an effect requires that an enemy exhaust their card and they're already exhausted, the effect can't be triggered. How about refresh? Flip the card to the unexhausted side. If the hero is already unexhausted, nothing happens. Okay. But what are the effects of those things here? Oh, I think we chose the wrong dwarf. Okay, Tess, Adventures, the Miss Track. I don't think we're going to get enough information about this. I'll have to look it up before next time and then just play it as it kind of seems to work. Yeah, the timing on this is very strange. Yeah, so yeah, I will. Sorry, I will discard. Yeah, I did that before. It doesn't say the timing on exhausting, though, and what can trigger that. So does it have to be triggered by something? Oh, maybe it does. Maybe I can't do that voluntarily. Maybe something has to exhaust. Okay. Yeah, we need some friends out here. Yeah, maybe it does. The characters don't exhaust voluntarily. Maybe something has to trigger it. I guess, but I guess, yeah. Then I guess if something exhausts them, it would remove the last 3. That's really hard to keep track of, though. But it would release the. So this would be the only way that they can exhaust. I don't think you can do it voluntarily. So she would have had the 3 things out, which I can't remember exactly what they were, but I don't think could be fed into any cards. So she would, she'd be in the red. Yeah, with those 3 and no chronicle points. Okay. So, but because she's in the red, take 2 damage, so down to 1. All right, let's try this way. So, his attack, his +0, or actually his minus, the -1 attack, she will take. She's got 2 defense, so no damage, and it would be a +2 attack, but instead of that, she will exhaust to prevent the +2. So she just blocked the 1 damage with this, with her jump. All right. Okay, but I don't have the thing to refresh then. Okay. And then the second attack, which is +0, is coming here. I can block Yeah, it's really weird to remember the last 3 runes for this exhaust mechanic to work. That's very difficult. Yeah, because it's the last 3 runes drawn from the bag. How am I going to remember exactly which ones those were by the time we get here? That's a little odd. Okay, but he's got enough to take this. So the +0, so we've got 2 + 2 because I'm not exhausting, and it was triggering. So I'll use this to block 2 of them. 2 are still coming in. Oh, so I'm not going to get the Chronicle point because not all was blocked. Oh, but he was blue, so +1 +, so yeah, everything is blocked. Yes, so everything is blocked because I have +1 here and I have +1 on this card. And then that'll do 2 damage to the attacker, who we'll call this. So 2 damage to the attacker. Spending that. So all 4 would have been triggered. So I will get my Chronicle point because all were blocked. All 4. So he gets his 1 Chronicle point. Oh, and he got his 1 from there. So it's actually 2. Nice. All right. And that's all. That's all the attacks. The 4 incoming were blocked. All right. So now we just need, yeah, we'll just have Volgar finish him off. I'm going to have to reset this, aren't I? Yes, I will. I think I'm putting him in the wrong thing. Volgar will finish him off with the crush. So that's it for him because I've got no defense. And that's it. So let me double check if I didn't put anything in the wrong in the wrong place. So 5 dark, 4 5, 4 red, 1 blue, 2 green. And 2, there should be another one of these then. Maybe I put that in the wrong one. So that's him complete. And then let's check her runes. So she didn't have to do anything. But doesn't have a Chronicle point. Okay. So let's make sure she's... So 1 blue, the 5 dark, 4 green, 3 red. What? 1 blue? Oh, there's 1 blue. 1 blue. That's right. 1 blue. 4 green, 1 blue, 2 wind. Okay, she's correct. He's correct. And then she's back. Boy, not a lot of stuff got triggered. Oh, but she does get the 2. Geez, she's got 2 Chronicle points from that skill going off. And if you activated a skill, 1 more Chronicle point. Wow. So she's at 7. But you can't share Chronicle points is the only problem. Okay, so we're still pretty beaten down here, especially the rogue. She's at 1. He's at 6. But everything is clear. We can now, not going to travel. We're going to check out this site. So H was the inside the mine. So in the Troll Ridge Mountains, the horrific and vile undead block your passage through the mine. We defeat them, and now we can interact with 30, entry 30. Entry 30. When the Drogars are no more, the darkness in the mine lightens, becoming less oppressive. I must confess a thing. To you, Durlag says, somewhat embarrassed. 'Tis true I saw the ogre, but he took the pass, not the pass in the mine. This place was infested with darkness. I needed to get here to find traces of my father's expedition. Lost years ago. I could not do it alone, so I tricked you a bit. Now that the evil is banished, the mine can be reclaimed by my people. But sadly, I've seen no trace of my father, so my search goes on. Durlog gets you out of the mine, and being a skilled hunter, he leads you on the track of the ogre by the way of a reward and apology. Ice Peak Mountains, he says, showing a set of big tracks in the mud, sure as stone. Then he bows deeply and gives you a ring as a token of his gratitude. Remember that Durlog the dwarf, is your friend. He ends before walking away. Oh boy. Okay, so we will reveal point of interest D, which is the camp in the woods. Oh boy. So hopefully we have a friend. Okay, so there's a camp in the woods. And then sleeve the location Durlog's mine. So this will just become a permanent thing here that we can interact with. So here it is. So the mine, so we can exhaust to gain 3. I don't know how I'm sure the exhaust mechanism works. Okay, so we can exhaust in the mine. Why we would do that, I don't know. So there we go. Exhaust in the mine to gain 3 chronicle points. Okay. It doesn't say discard H. But point of interest D is the camp in the woods. So in the Ice Peak Mountains, you see the tracks that seem to lead to a clearing occupied by a crude wooden hut. It looks like a forest troll camp. Oh boy. If we interact with that. And then a hero in the party gains the item Silver Dwarven Ring. So C9. Hopefully this is a useful item. So 2 chronicle points instant. Draw 1 feat card and play it. Huh. Interesting. Well, let's give that to our dying... our poor dying rogue. And unlock the side quest. So we're going to sleeve the card and probably in this board here. C37, the Lost King. All right, 36, 37. So here we are. The Lost King, a letter written in Dwarven runes, urgently summons you to the White Elk Inn in Sylvan. It is signed with a D for Durlog. All right, so that'll start on page 34 if we ever fall for it. I don't know if I trust that guy. Actually, let me sleeve stuff down here so you guys can actually see it. It's silly to have all this stuff off camera. All right, yeah, see, these sleeves catch the corners of the cards. It's not a great design. These boards are not great. Yeah, see, now this card has a torn corner. Probably because I'm doing it one-handed. All right, so we have a side quest, but it could open stuff up. So we have the point of interest, which is a camp, which we're going to have to fight. And we have the mines, which all they can do is exhaust us. And the only refresh mechanic comes from either a town yeah, okay. You can refresh. Oh, so you can refresh in these areas here where we have to fight these guys. Yeah, so that was what the... Were we 36? Where was the dwarf? So, yeah, I should keep my fingers in the previous stuff. Yeah, it didn't say to remove H, so we'll just leave that. The ring, and that's it. So we've got the camp, but we're kind of dying here. And the camp's going to be full of trolls, possibly. Yeah, is there anything... Okay, so let me check the refresh mechanic. So C30. Let me double check what refresh does, because it just says on the card. So red means discard one. Yeah, so let's see if it says exactly what refresh does. So threat tokens, runes, blocks. These are called status effects. Yeah, the red and blue. Tests. All right. Event tests. You'd think they would put... That's such a huge mechanic for the card. Let's see if it's at the beginning when they introduce the cards. Huh. This could go very badly if we don't get some health back. Okay. So, so the miss effect. Oh, I see. But you can't discard anything you don't have. So exhaust effect indicates an optional effect granted. Oh, this is an optional effect granted when players decide to exhaust their hero cards. If forced to exhaust in any game effect, the hero doesn't gain this benefit. Oh, okay. So if it's forced, so if you choose to do it, then the last 3 go back into the bag. I guess if you're in the middle of combat and you exhaust. Okay. It's optional, though. If I choose to do that, it's optional. Okay. So she is exhausted and could probably use a refresh. So the mine... Okay, so if I choose to exhaust, so maybe I will... Oh, that's 2 for 3 attack. That's terrible. Okay, maybe I will exhaust. And since I'm doing it myself, I don't have to benefit in any way. So I am exhausted. We are exploring, right? Yeah. Yeah, point of interest and or a location. Okay, so I will get the 3 chronicle points. 1, 2, 3 for exhausting in the mine. And she's already got a ton of chronicle points. So what can she do? She can only do 2 attacks twice per 2 chronicle points. Yikes. Okay, nothing to heal. So I guess we just go ahead and get killed by some trolls. Let's see, how bad are trolls? So they've only got 3 health and 2 attack. Oh, I think we might be okay. We might be okay. So let's... So, yeah. We've got 2 exhausted heroes, and we're headed to the camp. So the camp is H. No, camp is D, sorry. We've already done H. Is there a... There's no flip sides, are there? Nope. All right, so the camp in the woods. So we see the tracks leading to some wooden huts. Looks like a troll camp. Go to 28. All right. So those effects are optional unless you're forced. Then you don't do that. 28. You cautiously skulk near the troll's camp, spying from your hideout among the trees. You see several trolls and a massive ogre with 2 cleavers speaking with one of them. You recognize him from your dreams. He holds a stone in hand. It's the Snow Saga. You found the thief and your mentor's killer. Discard D. Okay, well, this is not ideal. So if there's a Vintner Weaver, which we have in your party, you may distract the troll with magic. Wonderful. Or if a hero in the party has a blue skill item, throw it at the troll to cause a distraction. A blue skill item. Black. What is a blue? Oh, blue has the blue skull item. Okay, so something else. Sorry. We don't have a blue skull. So let's get the Weaver to distract the troll, so we don't have to get massacred right away. C12. You prepare for a moment, utter a word of power, and with a wave of your hand, you summon forth the roaring, crackling illusion of a great fire in the pine forest. On the opposite side of the camp, the startled troll rush. The trolls, trolls and ogre, rush en masse to check it. You have successfully distracted them, even if you don't know for how long. Now you can deal with the ogre with 2 cleavers, your mentor's assassin. Great. Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. Okay, almost dying. And there we go. An ogre with 2 giant cleavers. We can deal with him now. Reveal the enemy card 108. 2 cleavers. Oh, this is not good. Oh, 08. Yeah. The Avenger of Wildland. Oh, no. Wait. No. What? 2 cleavers. 108. Oh, 108. Jeez. Yeah, not 08. 108. Let me put back this misdraw. And go 100 cards forward. There he is. Bum bum. So 7 health times the number of times 3. And his attack is 3 times 3, and he has 1 defense. And he's got 2 triggers, +1 for every black drawn. And each hero in the party gains 1 black. Oh boy. Okay, that doesn't look like much fun. And we've already lost our -1 and our 0 are there. There's a miss in there, but there's also a +3. Great. So there's that. What's that entry? Yes, we've distracted him. All right, so where was that? 28. Let me go back here. Wait. Oh. Okay, and then 12, and we were successful. So 2 cleavers and point of interest, J. Yeah, that's a J. Lots of interesting things. J. So once we die to this ogre, then we can investigate J. And J is, I guess I'm not supposed to open, am I supposed to open that? The troll camp. Fight 2 cleavers. Okay. Yeah, so after we defeat him, we can interact and find out what's going on. So our mentor's assassin. Wow, 21 health. And we're going to have to take 9 damage. Wait, does that include, does he come out? I don't think that counts with bosses, does it? Sorry. Actually, we can put the party dying here, right there. Does he come out with that? Oh, if he does, we're never going to beat this guy. Because, let's see here. Put 2 cleavers. So, yeah, so I think except for, it doesn't say he's a, oh no, it is a boss. I don't think bosses don't. Bosses don't. I'm pretty sure I read that. Otherwise, we're so fucking dead. All right. Yeah, there's 9 damage incoming that nobody can survive. Okay, let's prepare to fight the boss. And yeah, bosses behave differently, right? Let me just double check in the combats. They may choose okay. So enemy attacks. Yeah, it doesn't. So bosses attack according to the number of heroes in the game, and their attacks are resolved in sequence. Oh, so each time he attacks for 3, but it's per. Okay, it's per person. That's what it means. Oh, that's good. Not 1 attack for 9, 3 attacks for 3. In sequence, one after another for each enemy attack. Okay, so he does get 3 attacks. It'll be 3 attack cards. So basically like having 3 enemies. Whew. All right, well, let's try this out here. So our Vintner, she's got a ton of Chronicle points. So here's what she's got to power up. Oh, but I needed to give everybody 1 experience for clearing out that last area as well. All the undead for the chief there, or for the miner. Okay. So let's draw for our weaver. And I think I'm going to try to throw away some of these. Oh, nice. Some of these dark deals. Okay, so let's go. Huh. So that has to go there. This has to go here. And then, oh boy, that's the only attack I have. So I'll power this first. Okay. Here's the next 3. Okay, so 1 dark. I think I'm going to try to discard those. And then 2 water. So let's go definitely force, because then my attack will get +2. So it'll be 1 twice, so +2. So 3. We'll call that 3. And then I can spend Chronicle points for an additional 1. Oh, we may be able to do this. And we'll put 1 of these on a mud wall. Okay. And wow, we've done okay. 3 more. 2, 3. Wow, okay. So 1 more dark. Then we've got a red, oh, which we can't use, and a blue. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I don't want her to take any damage. Let's go all in, and then she can use the crystal to dump her dump the dark ruins. 1, 2. Oh no, jeez. Yes. Yes, she will have to do that. Okay. She hasn't exhausted yet either, so I could put... Oh, no, she has. No, she hasn't. She hasn't yet. But I'll take these, but I'm going to put them back here. So this will go on one of the mud walls. So she's done. Put that here. We're going to use this as an instant to spend 2 Chronicle points to discard all drawn dark and lose 1 life. So this will go underneath. So discard all drawn dark and lose 1 life. So she's down to 5. And how many Chronicle points do I have to spend? 2. She's down to 5 Chronicle points, but because she's still in the blue, she's back up 1. So she's back up to 6. And she's got some pretty good attacks, and I've still got 6 Chronicle points to spend on them. So she's going to do a lot of damage. Just hope nobody has to die. Because everybody has to survive an attack. All right. And then the 4. So 2 attacks and a skill and a block. And 6. All right. Oh, sorry. I'm putting these in front of a camera that doesn't exist. Let's put them here. Okay, so the first draw, so that dark goes into his miss, but I have a red and a blue, so I can already power Shield Bash. And I do have a block, so let's try that. I do want Crush, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Here's the next 3. 2 dark. Sorry, here's on camera. 2 dark and a green. So his mistrack is filled. And I have a green to power. A block. I guess I need that defense. I've already got a built-in 1 defense. Okay. Oh, let me adjust that camera a little bit. So let's see if I can get the webcam to look a little better here. Can we do this live? Sure. There we go. That one, or maybe that is better. The same? A little better. Okay, we'll go with that. At least you can see a little bit more what's going on. Okay, so he's full, but he's still going to get... Okay, I'm not going to go anymore. Oh, but I don't have a block. And he's got a lot of Chronicle points that he can spend for his attack. The total amount blocked by a feat deal double damage. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. He'll get +1. What do I want to do here? Do I want... So if I spend 2 Chronicle points, I can deal double damage with the Shield Bash. So that means I can spend 2 to give 3 and then make that 6. That's pretty great out of 21. I gotta go 1 more. And he's already exhausted too, so if there's dark in here... Oh no, there's no dark, but that may not be usable. He can't use... Oh no, he can use wind this time. Okay, so I can do Crush. Yeah. But I can't use this, so this will go to neutral. So I don't get my block. All right. But I've got a lot to do. I can Crush and Shield Bash. Or no, just double, yeah. So just double damage. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. All right, so does that happen first? So if I'm using items, does that happen in this phase? It might. I think in preparation. So you activate items, and you draw the cards. Once all slots are filled. Okay, so at the beginning, yeah. Okay, so you resolve the mistrack triggers and then resolve the effects of their skills. Oh, yeah, of the skills. Okay. So first it's the track and then it's the skills. Oh, but that's just that's an attack. Okay. That's not going to help. Okay, so finally, our almost dead assassin. Yeah, she's going to have to block, so I'm not going to be able to go too far here. Okay, so no dark. I can do, what's this? Evasion, that's good. And one for Great Strike. And here. One dark. And a red, so we'll have Great Strike and a green. So we can start Shadow Step, which is fast. Oh, okay. And I am exhausted, so I'll deal 4 damage. Okay, well, that's good. Sure, let's go one more. Okay, 3. Wow, no dark. Okay. So 3 green and a wind. So I can definitely do Shadow Step, but I can't use these green. So the track is full. All right, so no assassination, but I've got evasion, Shadow Step, which is actually going to happen now. So before we even start, I can put 4 damage on him. So Shadow Step happens. I'm exhausted. So here is 4 damage already. So that's all for Shadow Step. Nice. Okay. Nothing else is fast, so he's going to do 3 attacks. Oof. All right. Hopefully that +3 is gone. So 1 for each of us. 0, miss, and 2. Okay, okay. So we're going to have to reshuffle after this, but that's not bad. There's his trigger, which means it's going to take, he's going to get +1 for each dark. All right, that should go to her. So yeah, because she didn't draw any dark, so it's just going to be his regular attack of 3, no pluses, and she's got 2 for the mud wall. Oh, and she gets 1 chronicle point. Did I already do that? Maybe I did. 1 chronicle point for being positive. So mud wall blocked 2 of those. So she's gonna have to take 1. Yeah. So 3 attack, 2 blocked. So from 5 to 4. And yeah, none of that is fast. Okay, so that's her done. So the rogue is going to take the miss because she badly needs it. So that means our dwarf is going to tank this +2. So 5 damage incoming, and he's at 6. But he's got 1. Oh, no, he doesn't get that, though. He doesn't have 1. So he's going to have to just take the 5 damage. Yeah, he's going to have to take the 5 damage. So 3 plus 2, 5. So he's going to go from 6 to 1. But that's all the attacks for this round. Oh, yeah, she didn't even need to do her evasion. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, should I do it the other way? Because she can evade. No, she can't take a single hit. Okay, none of that. Oh, but does get a Chronicle point for staying blue. Okay. So now let's see how much damage we can do to him. All right. So we'll start with Dark Tendrils. Deals 1 twice, but if I spend 2 Chronicle points, which I will, I'll go from 6 to 4. That will be 3 twice. So 6 damage. So that'll take him up to 10. Oh, no, I don't have to spend. Oh, wait, plus. So plus another 2. Yeah. Yeah, so +2 +2. So that I can do 4 more. 4 more. So it was +2, and then for Chronicle point, automatically +2, and then for being activated, then +2 again for spending those Chronicle points. So that's it for focus. And I can also spend 2 more Chronicle points for another damage. It just says 2 equals 1. So I'm at 4. I'm just going to spend to do 2 more. Then he'll be at 16. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll go all the way down. So he'll be at 16. So 2 more. So 4 Chronicle points gives me 2 more. Gives me 2 more attacks. So he's got 16 on him, but she's done. And I think she was my big damage dealer. So, oh, I think I can do it now. So he's got 4. So Crush will do 4 damage. But if I spend 2 Chronicle points, which I have, 5 down to 3, do double damage. So for 8 is 23. That's it. Yeah. 23. So 8 damage, 16. Yeah, maybe I didn't need to spend all those Chronicle points. I should have looked ahead a little bit. Yeah, so that's 23, and he only had 21. So he is dead. Oh, that's good. That's good. We didn't even have to get all the way down to this mess. Okay, so do bosses? I don't think bosses do. They just behave differently. I don't think they I don't think they give you any extra XP. Okay, everyone's still alive. Amazing. Oh yeah, and then I could have just done their regular attacks as well. All right, so his lifeless corpse. So we have defeated him. 32. Whew. 2 exhausted. 1 on 1 health point. C1. 32. 2 cleavers is a powerful warrior, but you repel his assaults time and again. He bleeds from many little wounds, but nonetheless he smiles under his helm. You fight well, he laughs, but I have no time for this. Oh, well, he runs away. The sky darkens from on high, and a terrible stench fills your nostrils. Followed by the flap of vast wings, an enormous flying monster appears. A thorn beast. The biggest you've ever seen in your life. It plummets towards you. You leap out of harm's way, but when you recover, you see 2 cleavers in the saddle upon the beast. The mighty creature flies away toward the dark wood. You hunt for the snow saga and justice for your hunt for the snow saga and justice for Kajonti has only begun. So unlock adventure card 15. So that is Thief. Oh boy, we're not going to have to fight this guy again. 15 is Thief. Thief of the Dark Woods. All the clues you've found regarding your mentor's shadowy assassin point towards the Dark Woods. If you want to avenge your mentor, you must travel to the murky forest and find the assassin's trail before it fades into the mists. All right, so this will start. This is the next adventure. This unlocks Thief of the Dark Woods. So we'll put that down here. Oh, these are so not good. All right. So that is the, yeah, that's C2. So that actually is the next adventure. Wow. And read entry C1 end. Oh, I actually have the Thorn Beast. Yeah, I'll get that out to put on camera. I don't think he's going to fit on the back. All right, so this ends C1. So you return to Kajonti's tower, still unprepared to bid the last farewell to your old mentor. Kajonti's body is well preserved, another sign of his great power in life. You clean the body with the perfumed oils and place it on the funeral pyre. The flames rise tall and fierce, and within the smoke you see the ghostly figure of Kajonti. He warns you with a deep voice borne on the roaring flames. Hear my words. It falls upon you to recover the Snow Saga. If you fail, Fimbulwinter will descend on all Trudvang. The wind and image fades, and only the crackling flames remain. Your old mentor, his time is at an end, but your adventure has just begun. This first adventure ends, but you can continue by selecting an adventure from the ones you have unlocked. Good luck. Yikes. Good luck indeed. Here, we can move the camera back here. I think we've got a fun visual to end this on here. Give me a second, and I'll be right back. All right. So they did, with this campaign, give us a Thorn Beast, but I don't think he quite fits. All right, there's the image we end on for this adventure. But I believe, let's see if a boss, I don't think it changes anything. I think a boss just still rewards with 1, because it didn't say in the book that anything changes. So I think just 1 experience. Once the region is free of enemies, yes, everyone gets 1, and it doesn't say bosses are worth anything else. And even on the cards, whoops, there's no other details. But Two Cleavers has escaped on his his mount. His plastic mount. But that does mean that everybody has leveled up. All right. So for next time, I'll wait until next time to do. Well, I don't know. I guess let's see. How long have we gone? 2.5 hours. Oh my God! If anybody is still around, let's do the leveling up. So so we turn in the 3, and we shuffle the upgraded. Let's put these back. Shuffle the upgrade feats. These are all the 2. And we draw 3. 2, 3. Ugh, almost all the same stuff. We choose 1, and then we put the other 2 back, 1 on top, 1 on bottom of this deck. So I won't be shuffling this anymore. All right. So what do we want? A activated a skill. Oh, that's pretty good. So skill gain. Oh, gain 1 positive, 1+1 chronicle. Lose 2 chronicle, or lose 2 chronicle, 2 health. That's not good. That's too much of a or the focus. Oh, deals +3 or for each of your attacks. Okay, let's do this. The focus. That's pretty good. She's got 4 and 2. So I should be able to pull that off. Okay. So let's do that. So this will replace this. So Winter Focus 1 is leaving the deck and 2 is staying. Yeah, +3 for each attack. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's Sting for her, and these stay. So I like that ghost one, and I'll put this on top for the next draw. Okay, so 3 from the dwarf. Let's shuffle this again for the last time. 2, 3. Huh. Crush 2 is 5 instead of 4, or defense gives 3, and if all was blocked, you get a health too. That's not bad. So maybe we'll do defense, because you get 3 defense plus if that blocks everything, you gain 1 chronicle point and you regain health. Okay, so let's put that in instead of defense 1. Okay, so defense 1 is going, and defense 2 is now in the deck. And then this is the same card, so we'll do 1 crush on the top, 1 crush on the bottom for next time. And then our poor dying, I'll have to double check. I think at the beginning of each adventure, I think we get to reset, I hope. So let's shuffle this one more time. And do 1, 2, 3. Ooh, great strike. 2. That might be what we have to do here. 5. Lose 1 chronicle point, or if you are exhausted, deal +2. So that's 7 damage. Okay, so I can either spend a chronicle point for +2, or if I'm exhausted, I automatically get the +2. Or jump 2. 3. Oh, but the fast shadow step. So 1 shadow step 1 is fast, 2 damage, and then if exhausted +3. Let's do the shadow step. So we'll lose the fast 2 and +2, and gain the fast 3 and +3. That's pretty good. And then we'll put the great strike on the bottom and the other one on the top, and the other one on the bottom. Look at all this silly plastic. All right. So that's going to do it. That was the first adventure for Trudvang Legends. Yeah, the sleeving on the boards is not great. It's frustrating that this card is now damaged. We don't have any personalities. We don't have any personalities that were unlocked, so the board state doesn't really change very much. Look at this poor card. That's so sad. Yeah, the edges of these sleeves are just too sharp, and they just snag the corner and they just bend it, just cut it in half and fillet it and bend it over. So, so we will be able to, yeah, depending on the board state. So I think when the new adventure starts, the new board state changes. So I don't think the Jarl, I don't know if he's going to be there. It'll say in that introduction. So we'll reset things at the beginning of the next adventure, hopefully tomorrow night. And otherwise, and I hope that everybody gets back to their previous states, because we're just gonna stumble exhausted into this next adventure if we can't reset. So I'll read what you do. Oh, this actually, it says between adventures. Yeah, here it goes. So adventures end. So remove all exceeding runes from the bag. So yeah, if you bought any during the game from some of these locations, you can add runes to your deck. If you bought any of those go back. Return all remaining tokens and figures to the box. Return enemy cards to the story card tray. And put the hero cards, their feat deck, and everything together. Yeah, we don't have any titles or companions yet. Any feat not in play from the feat deck or the upgrade should be kept separate from the hero's cards. Yeah, for the upgrades. Remove the adventure sheet from the point of interest board. Okay. Oh, okay, this one. Yeah. So that's all going to change now too. This one. So we didn't unlock these parts in this. So if we replayed this first adventure again, and we didn't chase the dwarf, we didn't get hoodwinked by the dwarf. Unless otherwise stated by the adventure or timed effects, keep all cards in the map and adventure boards in their sleeves. Okay, so everything, yeah. So this and this stay as is because nothing's been overwritten yet. This is the only thing that's going to change for next time. And I believe the board will be set differently with monsters on it. In fact, we can check as a preview. Let's check. So we'll start in Edgeland again, where the funeral was, and then we'll put Forest Trolls and a Garm. So the Eastern Darkwoods will have Drogar, the Wilds will have Forest Trolls, and Point of Interest A will be revealed. Okay, yeah. So we'll reset the state of the board then, because all of these points of interest reset and go away. All right. Well, I hope that was somewhat fun. Less story than I thought there would be. And we'll pick up from where we left off. The healing thing is something I'm a little worried about. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of healing going on. There's not, we're not encountering items or anything. I think, no, you can just buy, you can refresh and buy. So I'll double check if refresh does anything as far as health. I don't know if it does. And if we continue from here, we're all going to be, on very low single-digit health. So we'll see how that goes. But so this has been Trudvang Legends. It wasn't, it was interesting. I'm not sure how much of the actual lore of the setting we're going to be getting, but hopefully it'll be a fun story to play through. Because we've got I think 20 some sections of this book. So if we do one a night, we'll be here till Christmas. All right. So thanks for joining us. And I guess it was just me. And we'll be back again with 2 cleavers, kicking our ass again. And yeah, thank you everybody for supporting the channel and hanging out. Sorry, I couldn't find a good audiobook for this holiday, so I thought maybe this would be enough of a story alternative. So that will do it for tonight. See you tomorrow night. And yeah, thanks again for everything. Take care, and until next time. Goodbye.